It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Thank you so much for keeping it tuned into our Youth Day commemorations this morning. And of course, we are highlighting what happened on June 16 in 1976, an uprising that began in Soweto and then spread across the country, and it profoundly changed the socio-political landscape in South Africa. And it was a message that I think was broadcast to the entire world, and they had to wake up to it. Now, countless young bodies stood together to protest injustice and an inhumane system. And although lives were lost, the message that was sent out shook the nation and put young people at the forefront of change in this country.
Oh, absolutely.
Undoubtedly.
And today we are discussing how the actions of that day have persevered in the hearts of present youth, and how young people can amplify their voices and be the leaders of tomorrow. So we are joined by Stellenberg High students. We have Nolan Claassen, we have Alexandra Terry, as well as our very own Chef Clem's sister, Gemma Pedro. So again, we are encouraging you. What is your message for the youth today? Please do send through those WhatsApp voice notes. That number is 063-408-8863. Hello and welcome. Hello. G and I were just saying the future is looking bright. Look at this.
Yeah, man, I'm starting to feel like you guys don't really need us anymore, that you're kind of taking care of yourselves. But that might be way off the mark, because we know that this is still a grossly male-dominated world. I'm going to start with you, Nolan. We're going to address one of the first issues right now. No, I joke about this, but we are dealing with some pretty heavy topics today, and I know this is stuff that you are forced to think about every day, especially after the last 2 years of craziness. So, Nolan, first of all, I'm going to call you a Gen Z. Does that offend you in any way? Are you happy to bear that label? Great. So, I've got to ask, because we love to categorize things, and you're all completely different people with different ideas of where you want to go, but you're all facing very similar problems in terms of where South Africa is. What are you battling with? What do you struggle to wrap your head around? What are those issues that keep you up at night?
Well, personally, I think that there are a lot of big issues that the youth is facing today. Personally, myself, I face academic stress, academic pressure and academic stress. Sometimes I face friendship stress and even familial stress, coming from my background. And sometimes there's this perception that the youth we have it all easy, and we don't have, everything is spoon-fed to us.
Back in my day, you would never
Yeah, and like my mother is Gen X, and she had her own issues as they came out of the apartheid era.
Yeah.
But our issues are just as real. And like school pressure, it's on another level. Whoa. And the teachers, the pressure they put on us, and social media that the pressure they put on us. And I understand social media, it opened up a new avenue for connections, and that's beneficial to our world today, because now we are more accessible. And yeah, but also it's one of the main sources of insecurities to teenagers. And
so what you're seeing, 99.9% of the time, is not true. It's not a real reflection of life. Well put, dude. It's going to be okay, bro. It's going to be okay. This too shall pass.
Absolutely.
But thank you for being so honest, yeah.
Absolutely, and the struggle is real. I mean, you speaking about your mom saying what difficulties she had, and now you guys are facing the same. Gemma, maybe I can ask you, why do you think it is so important that the youth speaks about this, that they use their voices to amplify what is happening in society for them?
I think it's important for us teenagers to motivate others and to tell others that we are the generation that is going to change the world. Because we, as teenagers, I think that we just need to be ambitious, because what is ambition without dedication, loyalty and trust? And I think being kind and being loyal also is a very important, are some of the important qualities that one should have.
Completely. Loyalty is our currency. Yeah, in our workplace, it's amazing. You think that work rests on critical skills, but for us, it's more of an emotional thing.
Yeah.
It's being there to back each other up in those crunch moments, being able to make personal connections really quickly. A lot of things that they aren't teaching you in any curriculum that I've ever encountered or studied. Alexandra, I think a lot of people are facing this wall now. So you're going to work hard, you're going to get the grades, you're going to achieve at school. Bam, you hit this unemployment wall that seems to be the biggest issue facing young people leaving school. how does that make you feel when you hear every day these statistics about unemployment? And how do you think you're going to get around that? Because that's obviously where you're at now. Are you feeling hopeless? Are you feeling like, okay, now I'm still going to get that job? Where are you at?
I feel like it's not fair because some people really work hard and then they don't get where they want to be. And like, it's sometimes that the people that work the hardest don't even get anywhere. But I feel like it's also because like companies, they want people with experience, but they're not willing to train the people to get experience, and then that causes the unemployment, which leads into poverty and so forth.
And where do you think that training should be happening? Would you like companies to come to your school and start introducing you to those career paths, engaging with you, job shadowing, those sorts of things? Do you think that's going to help?
Yeah, I feel like that would like also like put you on the right path to where you want to be. Because say now grade 10, you're like, okay, maybe I want to be an electrical engineer. Then they come to your school and you get the idea of it and you're like, actually, no, it's not my thing. And then you can maybe try something else before you can try something else.
I'm still trying, yeah.
This is why we're having these conversations, so that companies can find out what the Gen Zs want to know, that they can be able to do this. But we are obviously going to continue this conversation because it is not all dark and gloom. We want to inspire the youth out there to make a change, to use their voices, to magnify these issues that are present and stuff that you guys are facing. So again, we're encouraging you at home, send through those voice notes of encouragement to our youth, to our panel, 063 408 8863. We'd love to hear from you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Everybody, we are still focusing on the youth this morning, and we know exams and stress, they are inevitable part of a life of learning. However, understanding more about what stress is and how you can balance it out may help you to function better during the stressful time of the year. And again, we are joined by Stellenberg High students Nolan Claassen, we have Alexander Terry, as well as our very own Gemma Pedro on the couch this morning.
Now we're taking ownership of you girls. The Pedros are ours, that's it. You know, we make light of it, but I'm taking myself back to that time, and it was so stressful for me. Exam stress can be overwhelming, and it's exhausting, and it takes all of your focus away from what you need to be concentrating on, and it could make existing mental health issues a lot worse. How do you deal with stress during exams? We'd love to hear from you. Please drop us a voice note on our WhatsApp line, 063 408 8863. So we've caught you guys at like the eye of the storm between the two maths exams. Probably if I had to go back to my matric experience, that was probably the most stressful because I knew what I could do, but I just needed to get my brain to do it, man. And there was a large body of work. It's your whole school career culminating in this one moment. How are you doing, Nolan? How do you feel about the exam stress? Do you have a way of approaching it, or are you kind of just completely stressed out? How are you feeling?
Well, yes, I am completely stressed out. I have a few more papers left, and I haven't started with any of them. And like
Today,
I need to start today. And like the stress that builds up, it almost causes you not to study as well.
It's called procrastination,
Yes,
man.
procrastination. But how I navigate that through those difficulties, my mother always says that I need to relax myself so that I can switch off, because I overstudy because of all my anxieties.
Overthink it,
Like,
yeah.
I overthink every single thing. So normally I would take regular breaks. I'd even try to motivate someone else so that both of us can like motivate each other so that we can both study. Like even studying like with a WhatsApp call, with a WhatsApp group call.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, not, yes, that's interesting. And it like, we motivate each other. We ask each other different questions with different type of perspectives involved.
that.
Yes, so that's what I mainly
like that.
do.
Take a breath. Take a breath. It's
Yeah,
going to
just
easy.
breathe.
We've gotten through it, and look where we're sitting today. But that being said, I remember back in my day, like having a study group that helped me as well. But I mean, Gemma, for you, there must be a lot of distractions, like maybe going to your brother's house and he's cooking food. That distracts you. What are some of the distractions that you face when it comes to exam times?
During exam times, I always find that the major distraction is always having a personal device with me while I'm studying. Because while I study and have my phone next to me, when a notification pops up, your natural reaction is to look at it. Oh, who messaged me? Okay, I'm gonna respond, put it back down, and you lose focus of what you were doing. Especially somebody tags you in an Instagram post and you get all the notifications, or somebody posted a TikTok video, and it is a very big distraction. Because for us as well, we have an online platform from what we work with, because we do partly online, and then we at school as well. So it is kind of a tricky thing to manage, but I always try and put all of my devices in another room so that I can put my focus on what I'm busy with, and that always helps.
So should parents take their kids' phones away? Because now
Yeah.
it's resting on you, okay? You're telling all the parents out there, take the device. Joking. Don't say.
No, I understand, and the same applies in our world as well. We heard the P word, procrastination. Is this something that you struggle with? And if so, how have you learned how to beat that? What do you do when it feels like the wheels have ground to a halt?
Well, I mean, like some days you wake up and you're like, okay, I'm going to study today, I'm going to get my stuff done, I'm going to clean my room, and then I'm going to be in a clean mindset. And then you wake up the next morning and you're like, I really don't feel like doing this. And then you get up and you at least try and you make your bed, and then you're just like, I'm not going to do this today. But I don't know if it's just me, but like random points of the day, I just get random shoots of motivation in me. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing this now, I'm doing this. And then, yeah, but procrastination, it's a struggle. It's a real struggle. Like, I just try and keep a clear mindset, and I like trying studying in a clean space where nothing can distract me, and just a place that how do I say, keeps me, I feel safe in almost.
Completely,
and
yeah.
Then I like lighting a candle.
Do it. Light incense, do whatever you need to do. The music, the mood lighting, do it. I'm like you with the cleaning, and I still do it now. If I come home and I'm stressed and I need to sort my mind out, I declutter my space.
Yes.
And it's having those practical tips and those practical tools. And of course, I'm hoping we're going to get some great tips from you guys right now from our WhatsApp line. And let's take a listen to that first voice note that came through.
Hey, beautiful family. My message today for Youth Day is that we have the power to change the world only if we stay united and do everything together, because there is power in unity.
Sure.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Can you hear that you are not alone? Okay, we also have another voice note that came through. Let's take a listen to it.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nefertiti, and I want to wish you a happy Youth Day. My message for Youth Day is that I want to say to the youth that be your own self, be who you are. Nowadays, we are so worried about what others will think and what will make them happy, instead of thinking about ourselves and thinking what will make us happy. So I want to say that be who you are, be your own self, and that's where you'll find your passion.
And I see all three of you are nodding
Yeah,
with that.
emphatically
Yes,
so.
Yes.
I love that. Thank you, Nefertiti, and everyone who sent through those voice notes. Thank you to you guys. Good luck. Just take it step by step. And as we've been chatting kind of off camera as well, this is not going to define the rest of your life, but it's going to make you feel incredibly proud if you achieve the things that you set your mind to. So just go out there and smash paper 2 out the park.
Go study.
And, we hopefully have given you just a safe place to say it's okay not to be okay all of the time. Thanks so much for the panel for lending their wise words, their voices to our discussion today.
Absolutely, and guess what? This one over here, Gemma Pedro, has something for you, so stay tuned because she will be performing just for us, so don't go anywhere.
Relax you before the exam.